Hello guys and welcome back to Tier 1. We are here in Singapore. We've just literally seen Tier 2 try and navigate the streets in the soaking wet rain, monsoon weather that you get in this part of the world. But let's hope Tier 1 will be no different. We hope for a lot of action. These guys always provide. Kids already left the session. Hopefully you can get back in. I do hope. But it looks pretty dry for this quali session. I wonder what the race will be like. Today I'm joined by a man that Tier 1 is probably very familiar with at this point, and he's a man that brings a whole lot of knowledge along with him. Mr. Andrew Monster, how are you?
Still trying to dry my clothes out after that.
Yeah, I bet they're soaked. I'm just going to invite Kid back. That's why you can't see anything for the time being. But I'll be back with you in just a second. There you go, Kid Dynamite invited. He should be back in. But are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, it's incredible track, incredible drivers. Evil combination, let's go.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tier 1 usually delivers us with some great racing. I plan to leave here with a voice, but you know, with Tier 1 that doesn't often happen, does it? So.
No, as my teammate can attest to, he has lost his voice several times because these guys just seem to know when to calm it down.
No, they just why do they drive so cleanly? That's the question. But
well, they shouldn't be Tier 1 then, should they?
Of course, we want clean driving. Ant is already in the YouTube chat. He's loving life. So let's see let's try and work. I'm trying to navigate who the furthest around the track is. I think it may well be Mr. Confetti Krieg, who's going to be the first man on a lap.
It looks like an Aston Martin, yeah.
Yep, it's going to be Confetti.
Yep, it is Confetti.
A man we know has an awful lot of pace, doesn't he? Like, Confetti's a very, very good driver. I've had a few wheel-to-wheel battles when he was in Tier 3, so
so in his driving style, a little bit of battling.
yeah, he's very clean. We had a great battle through the middle sector of Miami, which you can just imagine 2 cars into there. Usually doesn't work, but we both came out with the front wings, so.
And all 4 wheels in the car, and them both going straight the same way?
Yeah, both of us were good, but he's on his lap. He's going down to turn 1. He's going to brake around 75 metres. He's going to try not to hit too much of that curb. He takes it really nicely on the curb into turn 3, which is easy to lose traction on the exit, but he's all good now into turn 4. How late is he going to brake? Probably when the curb starts, and he actually hits a bit of curb on the entry as well, so got away with that just about. But now on the run down the first DRS straight, he's going to brake again, probably just about 50 metres for it. He hits the apex beautifully and takes the outside curb very well. It's been a very good first sector from Confetti Krieg. Now, how close is he going to get to the wall? The exit of 7. Not that close, actually. He gives himself quite a bit of margin now into 8. He avoids the curb. He lets it ride. It's bit. Oh, he's hit the curb on the inside. That's going to send him off a little bit, but he may have just about got away with it. But he's going very, very strong now. Second DRS straight. Where's he going to get to? It's going to be around 90 meters-ish for the brake zone. He makes the corner, makes the apex beautifully on the exit as well. Good traction out of there. It's been a good little lap now into the last sector, which is an absolute nightmare in the dry, and I'm sure you can testify it's just as bad in the wet, Andrew.
I could not see 2 feet in front of me.
Yeah, the last sector is just awful, isn't it? But let's continue on. What's his banker gonna be? Let's see. He's coming across the line now. 39.1. Wow. Whoa, and then Bergen 38.6. That's some lap. Now let's go and have a look at the McLaren of Laurentier and see what he can do. He's got a car.
Come on, McLaren.
Sorry?
No bias, but come on, McLaren.
I was going to say, there's a McLaren literally just in front of him as well. I'm presuming it's his teammate of Calvin, but I think Calvin may be on an outlap, so you'll probably see Calvin maybe get out of the way. No, he's actually just about to start his lap, so he'll probably floor it about now. And go for SW 37.9. Wow, oh, Laurentier's just invalidated as well. That's not going to help him at all. Uncle Sam's in the wall as well. Oh.
Ujoni 37.95.15.
Yeah, that is truly some absolutely astonishing laps early, isn't it?
They're banker laps as well.
Literally are banker laps. Mr. Sarge is just starting his lap. Let's go and have a look at Mr. Reese Whitcomb. He's at the end of the first sector, so we will come back to him. Let's find a driver slightly further around. Saviour is at the end, coming into the Anderson Bridge sort of area, so let's see how Saviour can get on. Going to be carrying a lot of...
He's just a quick little spin at the last sector.
Luckily for him, it's on his outlap, so...
Yeah, he did Nelson Piquet Jr. himself.
Ah, never fun, is it?
It's the same corner. It's the same corner in the same car.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's... Should we get on the phone to Flavio, then?
I don't even think he's allowed near F1 anymore, is he?
No, I'd be very surprised if he is. Oh, big moment for Saviour. He's hit a lot of that inside curb under the bridge.
He's damaged front wing.
He is. He's lost an end plate. But he is going to complete the lap. I'll tell you what, Gibbons on a 2:53.
That's got to be an outlap, surely.
Yeah, potentially. Let's have a look. What about Dean? Reese has gone into fourth. Let's have a look at Mr. Kid Dynamite in his red Ferrari. The Scarlet looks beautiful under the lights, don't it?
It does. It brings that a little bit more. Brings that a little bit more nicer shade of colour in the cars, doesn't it, under the lights?
It really does. Yeah, makes every car look 10 times better than it should. But here comes Mr. Dynamite. What's he gonna do? Jay Sarge, quickest. He's back. Look at him. Back at the top. 37.7 for a banker lap. Now let's have a look at Kid. 38.5 into P7. All Ferrari fourth row at the moment.
There's the Sarge we all know and love.
There's a Sarge that we've all missed. Let's put it that way for a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that's some banker from him.
Definitely.
But let's see, what's Mark Hanley gonna do? He's on his flying lap. He is lagging a little bit, so I don't know if he's got a few connection issues as well. If he has, that definitely will not be ideal, will it? But let's see, Mark Hanley into the final corner. What's he gonna do? 39.3. He's into 12th, just above Chris Bailey.
I wonder if Bailey's done his old trick of going out the mediums on the first lap.
Yeah, he may have done. I'm unsure because it currently says he's done 0 laps on soft, so he's obviously changed his tyres in the garage. But let's see, what's Ant gonna do? Into 10th. I'd love to know how doing a 37 is, but I could never do a 37. Like, don't you just wish sometimes these guys could drive for you?
What do a I'm trying to think of that the Audi Sport driver who did it during the off season.
Yeah.
COVID. Was it Daniel Abt?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But that will be definitely ideal for me. Kid is now in the pit. Who else is on a lap? Let's go have a look at Confetti. He's just on an out lap actually, so we'll catch up back to his. Slayer's lap is an in lap. Gibbon, what's he going to be able to do? Looks as though he's going to improve. He's in the AlphaTauri for tonight, the tier 4 driver, so it's good to see the tier 4 guys step up, isn't it?
It is. Shows their bottle.
It really does.
Shows the willingness to learn as well.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But let's see. I think he's just actually gearing up for his lap now.
Yeah.
He's improved to a 146 though, which is very, very good for him.
Oh yeah, it depends as well if he runs traction control in tier 4 or not, as well, because as I say, different rule sets for each tier. So.
Of course, but it's obviously something he's been practicing with, because if you've done no practice, full TC is very difficult. You can expect an awful lot of spins, can't you? But
yes, you can. Even on pad and wheel as well, it's quite a beast to conquer.
yeah,
I still haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Well, oh, there's W's round. He's in the wall. He's just got wing W though. Just wing damage. I think he's lost his full front wing.
He's going to want to get back to the pits and change that quickly.
He is. That is for sure. But let's see what is Chatty Duck. He's just starting his lap. Is there anyone a bit further round on a lap currently? Confetti's invalidated. Let's have a look at G Star. I think he's actually just starting his lap as well. Yep, he is. Mark Ainley is not on track. Let's have a look at Laurentier. He is a man that is on a lap, so let's see what he can do. Coming into that right-hander, that left-hander is so difficult to navigate. That whole little middle section by the bridge is very difficult, isn't it?
Where the old sling used to be.
Yeah.
God, there's some traffic ahead of him.
There is quite a lot of traffic as well. I wonder if that Williams in front of him may be on a fast lap though. Oh, he's just gone purple in the middle sector apparently.
Yeah, he has. The Williams sees him.
Yeah, the Williams lets him through. I think it may have been Bergen or Chris. It's one or the other. But
50-50 shot.
Yeah. We'll go with Chris because Chris will be happy that I've said he's done something good for once. You Jody, 37-1.
Is there going to be a 36?
Catch that if you can. I think it's the simple answer. But Laurentier just popped it into 3rd. Chris has just popped it into 7th. 8th now because I think LRO's just jumped above it. No, Uncle Sam's just popped it into 2nd. Chatty Duck's just gone back up to 5th as well. Let's go have a watch of Mr. Bergen, who's coming down. Let's see what his first sector time is going to be like. What can Bergen do? He's a 10th and a bit up, so looking good in the first sector for Bergen. Let's see how this can go for him. Carried a lot of speed. His setup looks very planted, like he's more than able to trust that car for sure. Takes a bit of that curb. That curb can really unsettle your car though. The one before the bridge. Yellow flag's ahead of him.
The chicane where Hamilton crashed.
Looks as though there could be a bit of traffic to navigate though.
That last sector as well, I'm on board with Dynamite. It looks like there's a fair bit coming up.
Yeah, it looks very manic if you look at the mini-map actually. It looks rather...
It's a lot of people backing up for laps, I think.
Bergen's really catching this McLaren in front of him as well. Oh, there's an Alpha Tauri round as well in the tunnel. I think that's Giban.
Yeah, it's not Reese.
Yeah. Oh, Bergen
out.
gets so close to the wall. So unbelievably close to the wall. But here comes Bergen. What's he going to do? 38-2. He's into 10th.
Giban's crash at Dynamite's had to back out of that lap.
Yeah, he does. That is a shame.
Tense up.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of pressure on Mr. Dynamite, isn't there?
There is. He needs to just refocus, go again.
Yeah, I agree. Now, let's have a look. Mark Haley seems to be lagging all over the place.
Does a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see what Mark Haley can do. He's coming to the end of the second sector now. He needs to gain quite a bit of time though, because at the minute he's about 2 seconds off pole, so he's 1.1 up at the minute, so at the minute he's looking like he could pop it around about the P8 margin.
Be putting the Mercedes G start.
Yeah, oh, he's had a big twitch, he's in the wall! How much time has that lost him, though?
No damage on the car by the looks of it.
No, he seems to have just about got away with one. Kid's managed to... He's backed out. He's in the wall again. I don't know what's happening because he's lagging everywhere. But yeah, he's in the pits.
Yeah, I just had him hit the wall and then it just like went and then he hits it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very confused.
The Mercedes is rolling early. Ujoni's going out early. Ujoni's going out quite early.
So he wants that track space then.
He wants the track to himself by the looks of it.
Yeah. The thing is, he might be alright. If you look at him, to be fair, he might be alright for his lap. There's a long way ahead of him with no traffic whatsoever, unless people come out just in front of him. So...
You'd hope it wouldn't happen, but it's not really a track you'd expect traffic to be an issue. It's quite a long lap here.
No, I agree with you 100%. Mr. Sarge has also invalidated his lap, so... Let's see, Sarge is going to be going around saving those tyres. Sarge is actually going to be the first one of the leading guys to set his lap. Because he hasn't got time to come in and out again, so he's going to have to do it on those tyres. What about SW? What's he currently up to? SW is marginally up at the end of the first sector.
Oh, a bit of news from this chat I've seen. I think it was point A was what? Yeah, Dynamite's just been in the chat saying I think he did tag Gibbon.
So obviously maybe there was a ghosting problem there as well.
You'd expect so.
Yeah, but let's have a look at SW. He's absolutely flying. Can he put it anywhere near pole though?
He's got the ability to do it.
He definitely does. We've seen it a lot in recent weeks. He's also right in that title fight as well with Kid and Ujoni and Reese, and he's popped it on pole by 22 hundredths.
That's not sarcastic clapping. That's actual applause for that.
Yeah,
that was
to
crazy.
pull that out in that moment. But don't forget, you've got Mr. Sarge. Let's go on board with him. See what he is getting up to. He keeps it real. Oh, he's backed out. Sarge is done.
Can he make it round?
He's gonna have to be on it if he can. Uncle Sam is gonna be okay. He's gonna get to go again. What about LRL? He's on an outlap, so he's gonna be Sarge isn't gonna have the battery to go again.
No, he needs a bit of a recharge.
He does. He needs to really charge that battery. It seems to be charging quickish, but he's definitely trying to get round, but he's gonna have to charge it a bit better than that, I think.
He'll run out before the end of the lap.
I'm just intrigued to see if he's coming in. That's the only reason I'm watching him currently. Is he done for the qualifying session? He is.
Yes.
Sarge is done. Sarge is can't put it on pole.
Such a step out.
I tell you one to watch though. LRL 4 sets up at the end of the first sector. Oh no, that was wrong. So that's Uncle Sam done as well. Let's see. You keep an eye on Ujoni for me. See how he's getting on. LRL
4-7 up.
What? 0 point. Let's see.
Oh, he's done it.
To pole. Wow, what a lap. Let's go and watch LRL because LRL could be the man who takes this away. Kid is also out of the session, so Kid's all the way down in 12th place. That's not what you want at Singapore, is it? Reese as well. One of the championship contenders is in 10th, so far, far, far from ideal for those guys.
Bergen's lap done. Reese, half a second up, coming in the last corner.
Let's see what he does. P3, big lap from him. LRL is the man to be watching at the minute. Can he put it anywhere near your Ujoni and SW? Amongst the top two, even third amongst Reese, and see what he can do. He's really pushing the limits, getting so close to every wall on the exit. So close, but he's very, very planted. Let's see, final two corners. He really hopped that penultimate one. 37.5 into 4th. Let's see. Chris Bailey's also another man out on track. He's coming into the final corner. What's he going to do? No, he backed out. He spun over the line. Yeah. And what about Bergen? He's invalidated. So that is it for qualifying. A very interesting grid there.
There are a lot of quick guys down the back. Like there was for tier 1.
Yeah, there definitely
no,
is.
Tier 2, sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. That is for sure. We have a lot of drivers as well who can really... I tell you what though, we've got the man who just had one of his best races in MRC, and Mr. Red Car Rambo. He's not had the best quality there. I feel like he'd want to have done better.
He's got the potential to get back up there.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely does. You are not wrong there. But there is your grid for today's race. Eugenie on pole. SW will start second. Reese third. LRL fourth. Uncle Sam in fifth. Sarge will take sixth. Laurentia in seventh. G-Star eighth. Chatty Dunk ninth. Chris Bailey in 10th. Antin 11th. Bergen 12th. Saviour 13th. Kid Dynamite 14th. He will not be impressed with that at all. Mark Haney in P15. Confetti 3 P16. Calvin 17th. Red Car Rambo 18th. The Slayer 19th and Giban in 20th. Who is your prediction for the win, Andrew?
I want to go Reese again.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Eugenie. To be honest.
Both very capable guys.
They definitely are. Eugenie looks like the man to beat. Looks like a dry start to this race, at least, as it was in tier 2. So
it can go very quickly downhill.
The thing is, when it rains here, it pours. So it's either you're driving on ice or you've got a bit of grip, because it's a street track and you don't get given much anyway. So
it's only ever rained here twice in real life, if I'm not mistaken.
Am I right in thinking it rained last season?
It did, and 2017, I want to say.
Yeah, that was the year Kimmy went into Max off the start, wasn't it? Well, no, Max actually went into Kimmy. And Seb was there as well.
No, Seb pinched him in off the start.
Yeah.
But speaking of starts, let's see what we got for this one.
Going to be interesting. Let's have a look at the tyre choices for these
Very
guys.
Interesting.
So we've got a few that have gone for the mediums. Chris has gone medium, Saviour, Confetti, the Slayer, and SW, and Sarge as well. So
SW is going to want the start, because given I've done a race here and those hards, you're going to be slower in that first stint, but if you hold on to the medium runners and be patient, the tyres come back to you.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something, right? If you want to hear unlucky, Kid Dynamite missed his lap in that quali session by 1 second. And it cost him the chance to set a lap for qualifying. That's not great at all, is it? So let's see. So the tyre strategies are definitely going to be interesting here, that's for sure.
It's a definite one-stopper, this one.
Yeah, the hard tyres last pretty well around here, or at least I think they do anyway, so...
Yeah, if you can get them to about 15, 16, possibly 17, you can go mediums to the end.
Yeah.
In this one, but there's going to be one very big factor in this race, and that is going to be safety cars.
Safety cars? Let's not talk about safety cars. These are the elite boys. We shouldn't see any. But we probably will, realistically.
It's a given.
But in tier 4 I talk about safety cars a lot, and every time I say the word safety car, one comes out about 2 corners later on average, so I'm not going to bring my curse to tier 1 because they will all absolutely kill me. But let's go, and on the start we will go to position changes, see who gains the most off the start. It's a fairly short run to turn 1 here, isn't it, in general?
It is.
So it's not the easiest place to really make a move into turn 1. It's not, to be honest, even during the race, the straight just isn't long enough to make DRS truly effective, is it?
No, but you can make moves there. I managed to get one just into turn 1 during the tier 2 race, but we'll see. But last car lined up.
They do. See the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're underway. Good start for you, Jody. Pretty good start from SW. SW didn't get as great a start. He's had a brilliant second phase though, and he's taken the lead.
He's in the lead.
He had a slow getaway initially, but his second phase on those mediums was absolutely incredible. But I tell you what, Laurentier's an absolutely terrible start. He's down. I wonder if he's AI, because he's currently down 13 spots at the minute.
I think he might be.
Yeah, I think he may be as well, to be honest. But oh no, he's at a moment. He's in the wall by the looks of it. Let's go and check on him quickly. Yeah, he's got no front wing. And he's definitely in that car because it's not ghosted. So he's just had an absolute disaster of a first lap.
But SW's done the key thing he needed to do off the start, and that's get ahead. He needs to run for the hills now.
He does, and to be honest, I mean, he definitely doesn't want a safety car this early, because oh, Sarge has a look up the inside of. Oh, he's round. Sarge has spun.
No,
he's gone round. Oh, he was having a little look at Uncle Sam and then just lost it on traction. It looks unfortunate, but I'm sure he will keep going.
He's battling with Calvin at the moment.
Yeah, he looks very close to the rear end of Calvin as well, actually. But let's continue on. Bergen's made a brilliant start. He's up 6 places into P6. Bergen made a great getaway. On his.
I've noticed something with SW as well. He's broken the DRS already in the first lap.
He has. He's absolutely flying, and to be honest, he should be on those mediums. He needs to do this as well. He needs to just really try and get away. He also needs to hope as well, what could pay him a few favours could be that if Eugenie and Reese really start to battle.
I think that's going to be the case. I don't think Eugenie's going to drop Reese anytime soon. He's following him like his shadow at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Reese seems to be stuck to that rear end a little bit. He got so close to the wall at the exit of turn 5 there, though. Very, very lucky not to go into it, but let's continue on. Let's see the closest battles. Chris is right up the rear end of G-Star. Chris going to be able to get a move done? I don't think he is into turn 1.
Not into there.
No, into turn 1, into turn the Singapore Sling. I'm still going to call it that, because it'll always be my Singapore Sling.
Yeah, good thing I changed it a few years ago, because that corner was not very good.
To be honest, this one's not that much better, but the whole chicane made no sense, did it? Like, oh, big moment for Mark Haney in the background there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a clumsy track sometimes, a bit stop-starty sort of stuff. But
I'll tell you what though, it uses quite a bit of fuel considering it's so stop-starty, doesn't it? That's the issue.
Yeah, it is. And I wonder if as well if any of these guys have actually underfueled the car with this one as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tier 2 got saved a little bit fuel-wise because of the safety cars.
With the rain, yeah.
And the safety cars as well, they also helped. But Chris is really pushing the limits at the minute. He's trying to get onto the back of G-Star for P7. He's actually closing, he's not going to have a look into turn 1, but I tell you something, he's going to be lining him up. He needs to navigate him quickly because he is on the medium tyres.
Yeah, he needs to... The DRS is online now and he's following that Mercedes quite nicely still.
Yeah, he definitely is. Let's see, is Chris gonna... Yeah, G-Star won't have DRS either, so here comes Chris. G-Star goes defensive to the inside, Chris has a look at the outside, he's not going to be able to make it around. Is that raining?
I don't see any rain, but I'll have a quick look on the
I don't know why, but I just feel like I saw a little drop.
I can't see it on the halo on the Mercedes, but I'll keep my eye open.
It looks fine. Maybe I was just seeing things briefly. Is Chris having a look into the old thing? No, he's not. He backs out. Chris is way too wise for that.
If he gets the traction, traction at this hairpin off the bridge, he could have a go into the next right-hander. Yeah. Oh, he's got a great run.
He has. Let's go and have a look at this. Is Chris going to be able to make the move? This could be his best chance. He does have a look up the inside, but Chris is very, very wise, isn't he? He knows when to do. He needs to try and navigate quickly though, because those mediums are going to cost him towards the end of the stint. But that was very good defending from G-Star as well. Let's have a look in this battle for 4th place as well, because LRL's starting to catch the back of Uncle Sam. So let's see what is going on. Is LRL going to be close enough? No, not down this straight, but how quickly can he line him up? There's a yellow in sector 3. I think that may be Confetti Krieg.
No, it's on the Alpha's round.
Yeah, Slayer's round as well. They both had a moment. So that's going to be an issue. Let's have a look at LRL. Is he going to be close enough? He's got DRS. He's got his ERS popping as well. Is he going to have a look up the inside? He's not quite close enough. Let's see Chris. What's Chris going to do? He's still not quite there. He's still attached to that rear end of GT. G-Star's round. He's at a moment. Lots of traction in front of Chris. I think he's just about avoided damage.
Yeah, I can't see any visual damage on the Merc.
No, I think he just about managed to keep it out the wall. But for now, at least. Now, next up for Chris is his teammate Bergen. So let's see what goes on here. Let's have a look. Is LRO getting any closer? He's still not close enough, Uncle Sam. Tell you what though, that gap out front between SW and Ujoni is not probably getting as big as SW would like, is it?
No, and it's going to start swinging back to the Merc in a few laps.
Yeah, it most definitely is.
Gets to lap 9 or 10 onwards, that Merc is going to be right back in the Haas's mirrors.
Yep, I agree with you 100% on that one. He needs to really try and floor it away, doesn't he? He's got a bit less ERS than SW's been using a bit more than Ujoni early on, so let's see what goes on from here. But LRL still, is he going to be close enough this lap? Is he going to be able to get the exit out of turn 4, sorry, on the run down to turn 5? I don't think he's going to be close enough again, is he? Yep, 7-10
no, he's
still.
not getting that traction.
Chris is now right on the back of Bergen as well. I don't think Bergen's going to make this too difficult for him, as they are on different strategies.
Yeah, as long as Bergen let him go, and then he can try and see if he can catch LRL.
Yeah. That's the thing though, with LRL being held up at the minute, it's not ideal.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, there is a yellow flag. I think it's a Mercedes.
No, I think it was the McLaren. I think it may have been Calvin.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, you may not be wrong there. Someone had a moment, I don't know who it was. But let's have a look at LRL against Uncle Sam. He's not going to be close enough. Is Chris going to get Bergen down this straight? No, he's not. So Bergen's not just letting him go at the minute. So I wonder if Chris is kind of hoping Bergen's just going to tow him along to LRL. And they go from there. Because now Chris has also got Xavier behind him, who's on the same strategy. So let's see. It's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds. Let's have a look at Uncle Sam and LRL again. I don't even know what part it is of this battle, but they've been battling for a very, very long time. LRL still not quite close enough heading down to turn 1. Bergen seems to have pulled away a bit here from Chris as well.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, Chris has also now got to worry more about Xavier than he has about attacking Bergen ahead. So it's far from ideal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, let's have a look. LRL, he's closing, he might be close enough, not quite, but what about Bergen and Chris? Not quite close enough either. These two are still just holding, still at the minute.
I wonder what wings Uncle Sam is running.
He seems to have very solid straight line speed, doesn't he? But do you know what the other thing is, right? The two Williams are now on the back of this, with Saviour as well. There's a little train now starting to form behind behind Uncle Sam. So it'll be interesting, and this is going to be frustrating Chris and Saviour because they're not going to be able to navigate their way through the way they would want to. So the thing is, the three out front are starting to run away a little bit.
Yeah, the people in the paired seats are Ujoni and Reese at the moment.
Yeah. At the minute though, LRL's not able to make too much of an impression on Uncle Sam, is he, right now? So
either Uncle Sam's got very low wings or LRL is close to the limit on wing. There must be really high wing setup. He's running on his car.
I agree with you. Let's see, what is Mr. He's not going to be close enough. Again, there's a train all the way back to J Sarge here. So from Uncle Sam all the way to J Sarge. That's a big old train, and it's good to see Sarge has managed to keep with these guys. He's having a little bit of a battle with Kid Dynamite. Where have we seen that before?
Every single season for about 5 years now.
For a long time it was just those two every week, every season at the top two, wasn't it, in the championship? Back season 4, 5, 6, it was just those two all the time. So that is definitely... Yes, sorry.
I think they've been fighting for as many seasons as there's been Fast and Furious movies.
Alright, there's not that many, sadly. I wish we could see more of their battles. They're arguably the two most accomplished drivers in this league, let's put it that way. So let's see. I'll tell you something though, Uncle Sam seems to just about get the exit he needs out of him. He's got this under control at the minute.
The key thing now for these guys in this train is not to do anything stupid.
Yeah, I agree with you, of course.
You've got to be patient. You've got to be patient around here.
Thing is, it's so easy to just miss your braking by 10 metres and go into the back of someone. Someone's had a moment, I think it's Giban, in the first sector. Looks
he's
that way
at turn 1.
Yeah, so he's about to be lapped by SW as well. But still, Uncle Sam is able to hold on to that P4. It's one of those though as well. Oh, he's hit the wall! Uncle Sam's just hit the wall. That's going to give LRL a massive run into turn 3.
Is there damage on the Ferrari?
It doesn't look like there is, but you can get the non-visible damage, which does affect your car a little bit. But here comes LRL. Surely he's not going to get a better chance of this. He has a look up the inside. He's side by the... Oh, he backs out! Incredibly brave on the brakes. Berger runs a little bit wide as well. Wow, I thought that was going to be the moment for LRL then.
Yeah, he's got to calm down a little bit, LRL. He needs to be careful, needs to plan the next move. Don't show his hand too early.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But the thing is, he didn't have a lot of choice though there, because obviously you had him. Uncle Sam went straight to the wall. LRL's really gone for the exit here though. But is he going to be able to get close enough? Let's have a look. Let's go on board. He's catching. Is he going to have a look up the inside? He's not quite close enough again. But really deep again from Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam's, he seems to be feeling the pressure a little bit here.
Well, he's got a very, very, very quick Alpine behind him. With two very, very quick Willy boys coming up behind him as well.
Yep, he definitely does, that is for sure. Bergen and Chris has also managed to get past Bergen, which we have missed somewhere. He is now through, so that is great news for him. But let's go back to this Uncle Sam. This is like part 9 now of this Uncle Sam LRL battle, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, I've nearly managed I was going to say, it's been as long as the Star Wars movies, but at this rate.
Yeah.
There's more contact. I think he got more contact with that wall in turn 4 again.
Yeah, he keeps running a little bit wide, and the thing is, if you keep doing it, it's going to affect your tyres even more.
Yeah, I don't know if he's glanced that wall or not.
Yeah, it's not going to be ideal for him, that is for sure. But let's continue on. Chris has now dropped about a second. I wonder if these medium runners are starting to struggle, because that gap out front's come down a tiny little bit as well. So I wonder if
this
the guys
is the
in
cross
the
point.
yeah, I wonder if the medium runners are starting to feel a bit of tyre wear, because Chris is now dropping off the back of this a little bit. But at the same time, Bergen's not really making an impression on Chris at this moment.
This is where I noticed in the prior race, this is when, because I was on hards in the first stint, this is where it started to switch, this lap.
What, on about lap 9, 10? Okay.
Yeah. The hard runners, you could keep it going for a little bit longer. The mediums, yes, you were quicker a little bit earlier in the stint, but the hards are going to come back to you now. They're going to come back at you.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But I tell you something, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going on. Here goes LRL. Is he going to have a little look? He's not. But Chris is now right on the back of this as well. And I tell you something, the double slipstream down that back, this next straight is very, very strong. So I wonder if Chris is going to get a run on both of these guys.
Well, let's have a look.
Let's see. LRL seems an awful lot closer this time. Is he going to be able to get close enough? He's absolutely used that ERS a lot. Uncle Sam has none left. He's got barely anything left for defense. So at this point, it's just this battle for fourth. There's a rather long train forming behind them. Something's happened to J Sarge, because he's dropped a couple more places. He was right on the back of Kid.
Yeah, he's dropped back behind G-Star and Calvin.
Yeah, he must have had a spin on the back of that pack. But LRL again.
I'm just keeping an eye on Kid Dynamite. 10th, he's lining up the Haas. Switch sides.
He's having a look up the inside. He's not.
No.
The outside line is slightly better there for traction, isn't it? So.
A little bit. Yeah, the corner opens up.
Yeah, I agree. But let's continue on. Bergen is now becoming under a tiny, tiny little bit of pressure from Mr. Saviour. But let's have a look. LRL against Uncle Sam Part. I've lost count. But let's continue on. Chatty Duck's got 3 seconds. That's not going to help him while he's in this train, is it, at all? So
no, you can get the penalties. This is a track. You can't fall foul of the track limits here.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah,
I think this could be the moment for LRL. He's closing, he's closing. He just does it that straight. He needs it to be just 50 metres longer. That's all he needs.
Or he could try and get alongside the...
There's a Mercedes in the wall. I think it's... Or is it
no,
an
it's
LP?
Mark Ainley.
It was Mark Ainley, yeah. That's not ideal for him at all.
Red car's in. He's had a quick peek. He needs a new wing.
No, he's had a bit of a moment somewhere then. He's just had a great tier 2 race as Ryan, so...
Yeah, he has.
I think he qualified second, and I'm not sure where he ended the race, but I know he's still right up there.
It was up high.
Sure. Yeah. But, obviously, Banstorp is another man that's a tier 3 driver, and he won on track the last two tier 2 races, so he's absolutely smashing it out of the park. Let's go and have a look at Uncle Sam, and let's watch part 12 of Uncle Sam versus LRL.
Uncle Sam versus LRL 33 in the third soon, isn't it?
I'll tell you something,
get
though.
Up that high?
Yeah, I could end up getting to part 31 of this by the looks of it, to be honest. I wonder though, I do think you might see LRL do an undercut. Oh, he did a big twitch on the exit 3! It's gonna really cost him, and do you know what? This could bring Chris Bailey into play.
It could. It could bring that rest of that train back behind him.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite gonna be close enough. But he's just about kept it going. But wow, that was a big, big moment on the exit of 3. But let's see what else is going on. Thing is, battles-wise, everyone in the train can't really make a move on each other. The rest of the field is all spread out, so the only battle we have at the minute is like this train, pretty much. So, and that's not me being greedy. Of course, I'm grateful for the fact that they're all together, but
oh yeah,
it's just I respect the fact that LRO has managed to keep patient all the way through this.
It shows his patience a lot.
I wonder though if that moment in turn 3 was like a bit of frustration, where he's really trying to keep on the back of him and it's just cost him a little bit.
You need to be patient. Again,
Chris
as
is
I
in.
said.
Chris is boxed. I'll tell you something, the undercut could be big here.
But he's going to be on those harder tyres towards the end, and they are quite slow compared to the mediums.
I do agree, but then like we've just seen though, after about 9 laps, they seem to then actually equal out a little bit. Like if you look now, Ujoni is catching SW.
Yeah, that gap is on the way down. And
the other thing you got to remember as well is Chris is now in clear air. None of these guys he's with are in clear air.
LRL!
Yeah, he's had a look!
No,
oh, he's
again.
not going to be close enough again. Uncle Sam's got 3 seconds!
That's from the pressure. That's from having LRL on his back for 15 laps now.
Yeah, that is...
Mark Haley speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, it's so easy to do though, isn't it? Speeding in the pit lane here.
It's a slower limit as well. I think it's only just over 37 miles an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, 37. I worked that out in practice today. Nearly caught me off guard. Yeah. Uncle Sam is probably feeling that pressure quite a lot, but he keeps getting the X out of this corner. But I will say, LRO is quite a bit closer, but again, this straight is just not long enough, is it?
No, but I think I've heard rumours going around with this track. I think the layout's changing a little bit for next year.
I think that is a good thing, to be honest.
And do you want to know which part I think has been changed?
Which part?
The section where LRL is right now.
That wouldn't be the worst thing. That part isn't the best, is it? Let's be honest.
No, I think they're doing some temporary building work, and the Grand Prix is going to be past this. So I think it's going to be a straight
out.
line. Where is he? Oh, he's in the pit lane.
Okay, that makes sense. I went down to check. I was wondering if we were going to see a safety car then. That could have changed the whole complexion of this race. That would have actually really helped SW as well.
It would help with Joni and Reese as well.
Yeah. The only thing is it's slightly too early for those guys, really, for... mediums, isn't it? A little bit. But... Saviour's pit, he's now gone onto the hards. Chris has come out in front of him, bearing in mind he was right in the tray. And to be honest, Chris hasn't gained too much on him from that undercut, so...
No. He's got to be careful, he's got that Red Bull coming up. If he goes up with that Red Bull quite quickly, he'll need to dispatch him.
Yep, he definitely does. Definitely going to be interesting. Let's go back to like part, I've lost count, of Uncle Sam versus
LRL.
Yeah,
the new battle.
It's like your Prost versus Senna, your Schumacher against, well, Alonso, let's say, because he was the only real competitor Schumacher had, and yeah, Hamilton against Verstappen. Only it's for P4, not P1. But you get my drift, don't you?
Oh yeah. Or Vettel versus Alonso here in 2010.
Even Vettel versus Hamilton in general over the seasons. We've had God knows how many championship battles between those two as well, haven't we? So.
Oh yeah, definitely. SW is pitted.
He has. Now this is going to be the question. Whereabouts is he going to come out? Is he going to get some clear air as well?
He is.
He is. I think he's just going to come out ahead of Calvin. He is. So that's big for him, that's for sure.
He needs to put his hand. He needs to put the hammer down now.
I tell you something. LRL's closing. He's closing. He's actually going to be able to make a move here into turn. He's not quite close enough. Uncle Sam's got a bit wide though. I tell you something. Chris Bailey right now will be absolutely loving it. He'll be loving life.
Oh yeah. LRL, if he gets a good enough run off turn 7, he could try and pull alongside and try the move in for 8. It can be done.
He can, but Uncle Sam definitely seems to be struggling. So let's see how this goes. Is LRL going to be able to get a move done at any point? The thing is, around this track on average you have to be about a second a lap faster to get an overtake done. So 3 seconds for Sarge as well, that's not going to help him at all. So let's see what on earth is going to go on. Part number 16 of this battle now, so let's see what we're going to get from these guys. Oh, who's that round?
It's an Alfa Romeo.
I think it was the Slayer.
Yeah, Slayer.
I'm not incorrect. So
yeah, it was.
Yeah, but I feel like
kids in the pits.
Right, gap to leader they want to see. There you go, there's a gap to leader.
Sure.
So, yeah, they wanted to see that, the guys on the YouTube chat, so
we must appease our audience.
Yeah, otherwise we're all dead meat, really, aren't we? But
yes, I think I can hear the fleet of bombers being flown over from Middlesbrough right now as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. So this race is poised though. I'm interested to see where Chris is going to come in comparison to these guys. Chris has just got past Anthony as well. So Chris is absolutely flying at this point.
I'm keeping an eye on SW Reese and Ujoni.
I mean, I think that's also the ones you have to keep an eye on. Obviously, Ujoni's probably... We're going to have a battle for the lead in that second part of the race. Once Ujoni and Reese come in, it's going to be a battle, isn't it? Because...
It is.
Oh, yellow in sector 1. I think it's Mark Ainley again, potentially.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Not been the best of days for him, has it, so far?
Unfortunate.
Yeah. But everyone has these days, just keep your head up and keep going. A safety car could change everything for him. Chatty Duck is in, he's also got that 3 seconds as well, hasn't he? So
I think it's going to be close to time for either LRL or...
I'll tell you what though, look at how much closer LRL is. He's practically pushing him. This could be the moment we see LRL get through. Let's go on board with LRL. He's definitely going to get him this time. He's going to be side by side. There's going to be action. He's gone for the outside line, which has served Uncle Sam so well every single lap. Uncle Sam defensive. Oh, he's off track a little bit.
LRL's going to get him in the next turn.
It's going to be so tight. He's just about. Is he going to try the switch back? He is. He's side by side. They're headed down.
He goes for 10.
You can't go into 10, so well, you can apparently, at least sort of.
Bergen.
Bergen's now having a sniff. He's going under the Anderson Bridge. I had side by side there and it did not end well last season.
Oh my god.
Bergen's not going round the outside. He is. He's going to out-traction him. Bergen. Mark Haley's out. Is that in the pits? This safety car. Bergen's just got him as well. I tell you something. Jody may be about to win this race. That's really cost SW.
It has. And this is perfect timing for the front two to get onto the mediums.
But what timing for Bergen for that move? That was some. Can I just point out how insane that racing was there as well?
Incredible.
Uncle Sam's in, Bergen's in, all the top 5 are currently in. SW obviously stays out. Actually, he is gonna come out still. Is he? It's gonna be close. Where's Ujoni? Ujoni's got the lead.
Turn 1.
He's got the lead and the better tyre.
Reese is going to be right on SW with the better tyre as well.
Yeah, he is, and so's Uncle Sam, and so's Bergen. SW is not going to be liking this at all. Chris has lost out.
He could have pitted though. SW could have pitted again and put some mediums on.
I'll tell you something, Chris has jumped LRL. What's happened to LRL?
Was it a slow stop? Was it the traffic going through?
It must be the stop, because he's lost the kid as well. He's lost the kid, he's lost the Chris.
He's going to be raging.
Bearing in mind, he was... unless he had wing damage.
It could have been that, or it could have been something else, but he's going to be raging at the moment.
I'm wondering, I'm trying to see his... Yeah, I think he had a wing change that we didn't know about.
I'm not sure, because I didn't see much contact with him and on Uncle Sam.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I don't know if he hit the wall on an exit or something, but...
Could have done.
To drop like that... To drop like that, you've got to have had some sort of issue, haven't you? So... It's not ideal. It's not ideal for him at all. But I tell you something, this race has now taken a lot of shit. Thing is, the one saving grace for SW is the fact that it's not, as we know, it's not an easy track to overtake at.
No, but Reese is going to have the traction advantage and the grip advantage.
He definitely is. The exit at this track is so important. I think if Reese wants any chance of winning this race, he's going to have to navigate, obviously, SW very, very quickly.
He's going to have to. He's going to have to see if he...
Because he's going to have pressure from behind as well, from Bergen and Uncle Sam. And as we saw, if you can't make that overtake, it then lines the guy behind you up for the overtake. So... yeah. It's definitely going to be one to see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting. Because the thing is, these guys are going to have to do around about, I think, 9 to 10 racing laps. If you look at how spread out the grid is currently.
The mediums should last now. They should last to the end.
They should last, but they should also... I think they're probably going to drop off towards the end. As we saw, about lap 9, they started to equal out a little bit, so...
You got to remember lighter cars now as well.
Yeah, they definitely are, and I'm very poised for this. I feel like there's a lot that could go wrong here, but could also go really right. Like, after seeing that Uncle Sam Bergen LRL battle, that was... I don't know how all three of them made that out. Well, I'd say I don't know how all three of them made it out without damage. LRL may have got damage somewhere from it, but I am unsure. We shall see. So are you sticking with your prediction of Reese for the win?
I think I will.
Yeah, I'm going to go with... Well, I'm going to stick with Ujoni because he's got a guy on hard behind him. He's on the arguably best tyre, fastest tyre at least. So I think I'll stick with Ujoni. But also have in mind as well, ready for the end, your driver of the day as well.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, it's going to be... interesting, that is for sure. Yeah. But I'm intrigued to see. I'll tell you what, Calvin's having a quietly good race as well. He's managed to get up to P10. He's definitely managed to get on quite well on this track. But let's have a little look at other things, like penalties at the minute. You've got Sergeant Uncle Sam, he's on 3 seconds. Tell you something, as I've got to look, I think Ryan's just got 3 seconds as well, he has. Chatty Duck's got 3 seconds, Sarge has, Red Car, Slayer, Gibbon. Those time penalties aren't going to help these guys with this safety car, is it?
No. Although it could have been worse, it could have been if it was at the end of the race, then yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, the guys without penalties are, like, Uncle Sam is definitely not going to gain out of it, that is almost certain. So. But let's see how this plays out. I think safety car is going to be in this lap because I believe the guy at the back, which is I think Ryan, is coming onto the back of the pack now. So yeah, this will be the last lap. So we're going to get going again at the end of this lap. Oh, and Alpha Tauri's, oh, it was Gibbon. I think he was getting out of the way potentially of lap cars, because he went straight on to the runoff area. Are you excited for this restart though, Andrew?
Definitely.
It's definitely going to be interesting. I'll tell you something, I keep seeing SW go flying off track. I wonder if he's maybe trying to play a few games. Potentially. It'll be interesting to see how much heat he can get in those tyres as well, because it could make him rather vulnerable at the start of this safety car restart. Safety car is in. I wonder when Eugenie is going to bolt it.
Probably on that last straight, I reckon.
You would definitely think so, wouldn't you?
You'd assume, yeah.
You'd think that's the most sensible. The thing is, we get the safety car call so early here that everyone has to back up for ages before they can actually go.
Oh yeah, it's not the best, but these guys are all elite enough, they know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, they definitely do. Got more people commenting in the YouTube chat. But we're underway. I will have a look at YouTube chat when we get a bit of a break.
Wants to see the tyres.
Wants to see the tyres. I will show him the tyres. Everyone's on the mediums, majority anyway, other than a few other drivers. But let's continue on. So let's see where this is going to go. Anyone?
Bit of a switch from SW.
Yeah, not ideal for him. Those hards are going to be reasonably cold, or a lot colder than he wants them to be anyway.
Reese needs to strike this lap. He needs to strike this lap.
I'll tell you what, he could. Let's have a look.
I think he's going to have a go.
Oh,
that was risky.
Yeah, there was a bit of risk there, wasn't there? That could have ended in
so much more speed.
That could have ended in absolute disaster, to say the very least.
He looks like he's pushing. He's trying to push the Haas through some of these corners.
Yeah, he does. He's definitely got more grip at this stage. Those tyres have not yet warmed up. Look at the gap he already has. Oh, moment for Uncle Sam. He's gone round. Bergen's into P4.
He gets better traction out of here.
The thing is, he shouldn't have any issues with traction at this point.
No, we shouldn't. Eugenie's just look behind him, just go, right guys, see you later, I'm going.
But that's why it was so pivotal for Eugenie that he got out in front of SW.
Yeah, SW's been a cork in the bottle at the minute.
He is. Those hards have not switched on at all. Chris has got Kid for company as well, while Bergen started to pull away from him.
Not the best of tyres to get to warming up on after a safety car.
No, they're definitely not. But let's... Oh, yellow in 6 to 3. I think that's Gibbon.
Mm-hmm.
Looks that way. But let's have a look.
Journey.
Yeah.
3 seconds already. He's gone. He's up the road.
Yeah, definitely is. Let's see what Reese can do. How much ERS is Reese going to use down the straight? Is he going to be able to close enough? Because obviously I think SW is going to have, but he's not using his either, so neither of them are actually using it. So I'm presuming at the minute Reese is just kind of waiting for that DRS. So let's continue on. These two literally pushing each other. Those tyres still aren't great. How is Chris Bailey getting on with Mr. Kid Dynamite? Probably struggling like crazy as well. So, I mean, it could be a lot worse.
Could be.
The only thing is, Kid needs to try and get past Chris quite quickly at least, because then it's at least damage limitation. Considering he started, what, P14, wasn't it, I think? So
12, yeah. He was outside the top 10. It's been a great recovery drive for him.
Definitely has. But, let's see. Can Reese is literally pushing SW through that final sector.
Right, get out. Look, I'm on faster tyres, move.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to draw that Haas at the end of this race, just like LRO will probably be able to draw the Ferrari. But yeah, let's see. Reese is gonna have DRS as well down to turn. Oh, SW's got defensive very late to the inside there.
It's Coulthard and Benaldi again from Monaco a few years back.
Yeah, don't mention Coulthard in front of Gav. He does not like Coulthard. Can confirm. But let's see. This is going to be it. I think Reese is going to absolutely eat him alive down this straight. Here he comes. SW goes defensive to the inside. No, he doesn't.
Oh, contact!
Yeah, there was big contact there, and Bergen snuck through into P2.
Doesn't seem there's any damage on the Alpha Tower.
I'll be very surprised if there wasn't, because he took quite a clunk. But yeah, that was a bit of contact, that's for sure. So let's continue on. Bergen will be absolutely loving it though. He's up to P2 now, so that's really benefited him.
He's on, I think he's on mediums as well, so he's going to be.
Yeah, sector 2. Yeah, the flag. Yeah, Ryan's out.
Ryan.
Safety car.
Oh, Slayer's gone into the wall as well. He's lost his front wing.
Well, that safety car's come out at the perfect time for him. Will we see anyone come in for softs? That's the question.
Too early, I think.
Well, think about it. I think we're going to have probably a lap or two of the safety car here. So
yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the front runners just in case.
Ujoni stays.
No.
Bergen. SW is the one I'm expecting to see. He's coming in the pit. Oh, no, he's not. He's changed his mind last minute. What about Chris? He's also staying out. The thing is, it's a bit pointless pitting under the safety car here because it's near on impossible to get past anyone.
Sarge is coming in. So is Uncle Sam.
Those guys have nothing to lose though, do they really? To be honest, back there, so they can just be there to capitalise on anything that happens, or is likely to happen, but that is rather big. I'll tell you something though, I think we may see that SW Reese in the stewards. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'd be amazed if it didn't, but
I'm not going to say an opinion on the incident, but I just think we will see it in the stewards.
I think it's going to be brought to their attention, yes, but
yeah.
What else, we don't know. We are just commentators.
Yeah, we're not going to share an opinion, but I just think it may be looked at. That is for sure.
We are impartial here.
Of course, as always. While you're here, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, because we are live 5 times a week, so
we just spoil you people.
We actually do 5 times. Like, we've got the F2 cars here on Friday.
Oh, I do not envy these guys who are doing that in the slightest.
You don't fancy it this week?
I might do.
I can make it wet for you as well.
Oh, please, God, no. No, we'll see. We'll see. You might see me make a guest appearance again. You never know.
To be fair, though, as much as I'd like it to be wet, I'm not the weatherman. I'm not in control. I just ask the game to set it to dynamic and see what happens from there.
It's a roll of the dice.
It is. I just pray that we don't see wet on Wednesday when I have my tier 3 race, because if we do, I think there will be tears.
All I will say,
my face.
if it does rain on tier 3, have fun.
I don't think if I'm being completely honest, I don't think my race will last very long if it does rain.
Oh, don't put yourself down like that.
No, because like honestly, I'm just not very good in the wet. In the dry, I fancy myself at this track. I really like it, but in the wet,
that's what I want to hear.
In the wet, it's like driving
on ice.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
I mean, I feel bad for you guys. You had a whole quali session of it and half a race pretty much, so.
Yeah, it was not ideal.
Yeah, well, you still got a good result, P6, so shows it can still happen.
Yeah, well, the last time I got here was P2. I got.
Was you the lead McLaren for the day as well? Lead McLaren for the day as well, or am I wrong?
No, Hodgie was ahead of me. P4, so. But he's minimised the damage now, so which is what we wanted to do.
After his qualifying, that was a bit of a damage limitation race for him. So
yeah, he did well.
But
on that one.
I think we're going to see. Actually, no, I don't think we are going to see safety car in this lap because Slayer seems to be a long way back.
Yeah, he ran the other half of the circuit.
Yeah, he's just coming around turn 3 now, so.
Yeah, he's going to be a while, but.
He is.
Where are we racing next week?
Japan.
Oh, that's one of my favourites. That one. Japan.
You love Japan. It's.
Oh, I love the track.
Right. Well, this is my issue. Okay, I absolutely despise driving it, but I won there last season.
Oh, so split loyalties there then.
So I'm kind of just like, well, I don't enjoy it, but I'm pretty good. So. What is going on under this safety car? Everyone seems to be... Is safety car in?
I don't know.
Yeah, yellow flags have gone, so... And everyone's backed off from the safety car, so I am presuming it's in.
I wonder if Slayer's actually going to make it round before they restart.
I don't think he is.
No, the yellow boards are still going.
Yeah, but they've all backed off considerably.
Yeah, they have.
At first I thought it was a glitch. No, safety car is in, by the looks of it.
Ooh, Bergen might be fancying his chances with this one.
May well be, but he's also been caught a bit napping there by you, Joni. He's left it late, and now he's under pressure from Reese. Let's have a look at this into turn 1. Is Reese going to have a look? He is side by side.
That was brave, Reese. That was very brave. I think
there was a bit of contact. Now Reese, the last thing he needs is to fall behind SW on those hard tyres.
Oh, Williams is around, Chris is around.
Oh, Chris has had a moment. That's not good for him. But there's also Chatty Duck having a look. Chatty Duck drowned! Kid drowned as well! Wow, we've had a few big moments there. Chatty Duck also. But I tell you what, SW's through on Reese. What a big restart that is for SW.
No, there's no... No, mistaken, there's no damage on the Ferrari.
I tell you one man that's absolutely loving life right now, Mr. Sarge, pitted for his soft tyres. He's now side by side with Laurentier and he's through.
He's passed him.
The only issue for Sarge is 3 seconds of penalties. Yeah.
He's right on that Red Bull now. I'm looking at a great camera shot overhead.
Yeah, he definitely is. Here goes Reese. Oh, SW's had a big moment out the hairpin. Reese is through. He's up to P3.
Easy.
Is NRL going to be able to get close enough? I don't think he is, but SW's having a look down the inside. He's outbroke himself. Reese is side by side. It looks like he's going to get back through. Oh, he's been hit. There's contact. Reese has gone straight on. I think there was contact from behind.
Oh, he's going to be raging.
NRL's through. He's up to P3. Is Reese got damage?
I just having a look now to see. I can't see anything visual.
I'd be very surprised if he has. Sorry.
Fair enough.
But let's see. What about G-Star?
There is a train from SW down at the moment, down to Calvin, developing.
Yeah. Sarge has also lost a few places and all that somewhere, because he was side by side with the McLaren, and then he was in literally P6. No,
yeah,
P7.
He was in the top 10. Well in the top 10.
And now he's 11th, so...
Lawrence Shure is lining up that Red Bull.
Yeah, let's go have a look at that. The one to be looking at.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful about with... And he's got to be careful, as I say, he's got to try the move on G-Star, but if he tries anything, he's got to watch that McLaren right in his mirrors.
Yeah. Definitely. But I'm interested to see how this is going to play out now. Bergen, Eugenie seems to have run away a bit from Bergen here. Bergen's got a nice little gap behind him to LRL.
Yeah, 2.9 seconds in what, second lap is it? The safety car's been out?
Yeah, I think DRS will be the next lap, so... Yeah,
it's been 2 laps.
There looked like there was contact between Ant and Laurentier then, yeah.
Yeah,
but here comes Saviour.
All over his gearbox now.
We've just seen how an overtake can go in that corner, and we don't really want to see that again. But
no,
Saviour is wise enough to avoid that.
Although SW's gapping that train though.
This is what I was going to say.
Away.
This is what I was going to say though. G-Star's actually under more pressure from behind than he's pressuring SW in front, isn't he? So
SW's getting away.
He is. Ant is also now right on the up the chuff of G-Star. So let's see. G-Star's definitely struggling a little bit for the traction here.
This is what's 10 lap old mediums. Everyone's pretty much level pegging on the tyre wear, so it shouldn't be that.
Yeah, I agree totally. But again, is that
Sarge in the background having a go at Calvin?
He's just about kept him in behind for the time being. So these battles will continue to commence. But let's see what else is going on, because SW is obviously Bergen and LRL starting to pull away from SW. They've been really... Bergen's made that gap sort of hover though between him and Eugenie, so Bergen's had a really good end to this race. Obviously he got slightly benefited by the contact between Reese and SW, and then obviously... Of course.
You've got to be there to get there.
Yeah, no, Bergen's done really well. That's not me taking anything away from him, by the way, either. LRL obviously was there to capitalise on the Reese and SW part, you know, whatever part it was, I lost count. Oh, 3 seconds for SW, that could really cost him, especially with the train literally lurking behind him.
All separated under a second.
I think he could end up as far down as 8th here.
He could.
Because of the... But G-Star really needs to start applying some pressure.
Chatty Duck's gone at the last corner.
Yeah, Chatty Duck. He went under the restart as well, so it hasn't gone well at all
Reese
for him.
Hitting.
Got to feel for him.
Damage. Yeah, it looks like there's a wing change for Reese. Sorry, Reese. Got brought on the Bailey curse.
Yeah, you've just absolutely killed. Bailey's going to be on to you after this. In your DMs,
yeah,
I'm sure of it.
Yeah. I think he might. But I'll give credit where credit's due to LRL actually as well. He's been exactly like I said. He's been patient. He didn't get duped into a silly move with Uncle Sam earlier in the race, and it's paid off for him.
It has, just about, yeah. He's made no real mistakes either. I'll tell you something. I think it's virtually impossible to pick a driver of the day. I think I know who mine's going to be when we come to the end.
I've got a very sneaking suspicion for you.
I think it might be the man in P2 is who I'm thinking at the minute, but there's also so many others that can be mentioned, isn't there, to be honest?
Yeah,
I think
Jones
also
has been absolutely outstanding.
I think also Laurentier is one to look at, considering he was last by a considerable margin at the end of turn 1.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And to recover to where he is, and now be in the fight for what is arguably 4th place because of the fact of SW's penalty. That's what it's all for. So
yeah,
it's some recovery. But G-Star is not making any inroads, is he?
he's not. It's the gap is very stable at the moment.
And I tell you what, that gap has dropped between Bergen and Ujoni as well.
Yeah, I wonder if Ujoni's backed off a little bit now, saving the car.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. He knows that it's going to take a little bit for Bergen to be able to get through. But Bergen, I wonder if Bergen's just slightly...
Laurentier's got ahead of Ant.
He has, and now Saviour's having a little look as well. But he's just about okay. Ant seems to be having a few connection difficulties. He's lagging a little bit. This is also helping G-Star escape these guys. 5 seconds for Chatty Duck crossing the pit lane exit line. That is not going to be good for him at all.
Very doable at this track. It's a very tight pit exit.
It's an absolute nightmare track, isn't it?
It is.
Tell you something, I think I'm going to have words with the administrators. They seem to have picked all the tracks that have bad pit exits and entries. It's like we've had France, which has probably the worst entry in the entire game. Baku, Jeddah, all of them with terrible entries. This with a terrible exit. It's like, God help us.
I think the only one... we've had Abu Dhabi as well.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi, terrible exit as well. Even Brazil's not the best entry and exit, is it? Actually, Brazil hasn't been on this calendar, has it? So
better entry than exit is Brazil.
No, we actually did have Brazil on this calendar, but still, it's a nightmare exit. So yeah, I think they're doing it to test us all. Oh, I think that's Giban at the back with that moment. But let's have a little look further back. G-Star is now actually closing on SW. He's not going to be close enough. But what about actually behind him? Is Laurentier going to be close enough? No, he's not, because obviously
G-Star's not going to make it.
Still got a helping of DRS. We are on the final lap of this race, and what a race it's been.
Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding from these guys. And to be fair, as he says, it's only been, what, one safety car from this whole race?
Yeah, and we've shown that we can battle side by side.
Jay Sarge has just gone straight to 7th.
Oh.
I think there's been contact with Ant Brown.
Yeah, Ant and Saviour. I think that might be what it is. And you know what? Yeah. That's definitely gonna secure Sarge in the top 10. But let's go on board with the leader.
Save SW.
Ujoni might be favourite for this title after today, though.
Oh, this has been a commanding performance for him.
Obviously, he got a bit benefited by the first safety car, and the fact that SW had already come in, so it meant he got that gap, but he was still there. He kept that gap the entire time to be able to be near these guys. He comes across the line, he wins. Bergen will be delighted with second place. LRL, what a drive from him, P3. And you know what? I think SW deserves credit as well for bringing it home P4 with those tyres.
Especially on the slower tyres.
Yeah.
That last stint. Oh no, G-Star gets the P4 obviously because of the penalty.
Oh yeah, J-Sarge does keep his P7 unless Saviour's gonna, but I don't think Saviour's gonna be close enough to affect that. He's not. Saviour will be P11 and P12. Whatever happened between those two on the last lap, it's been a disaster. Chris, it sadly all fell away from him. He was right up there.
He was having a strong drive.
He was. He'd have been arguably right with Bergen, probably P3 area because of the fact that, you know,
double podium for Williams possibly.
Yeah, Reese is P14. That's going to really put a dent in his championship hopes today. Chetty Duck will be P15. Giban, it's good to see him get to the end. The tier 4 driver, really.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good to see he hasn't given up at all as well.
Oh, you shouldn't give up.
You definitely shouldn't, but he is coming slowly, but it's better than not finishing at all. He has got end plate damage as well. So, let's see him cross the line. Slowly, slowly, he's coming. He knows he's on stream. There you go.
Some valuable experience there for you.
It is. He's gonna have a psychological advantage over everyone now. So
Calvin, game driver of the day.
I mean, he's definitely someone to look at. He's had a good drive as well.
Definitely.
But I think it's so hard when you look at a man that was in the right place at the right time in all situations. I think it has to be Bergen.
I cannot argue.
Don't get me wrong. There's honourable mentions to Ijoni, Laurentier, arguably LRL. Throw all them in the mix. Even SW, somewhat to some extent as well. But I think Bergen just about nips it because he literally got P2 just through. Like, he was quick enough to hang with these guys, and then, but then also I think Sarge is there for a mention. But Calvin, I didn't realise he came from 17th. That's some drive as well. So
yeah, definitely.
But that championship may be going home with Ujoni as things stand. But that's it. So this is all provisional. Don't forget as well. But Ujoni takes the win. Bergen is second. LRL third. G-Stein fourth. SW fifth. Lauren Chen sixth. J-Sarge seventh. Calvin eighth. Kid Dynamite ninth. Uncle Sam 10th. Saviour in 11th. Anthony 12th. Chris 13th. Reese takes 14th. Chatty Duck 15th. Slayer 16th. Gearban 17th. Ryan, Mark Haney and Confetti Creek are all of your DNFs. But so are you going with Bergen for driver of the day, or are you going with someone else?
You pick Bergen for your driver of the day. I think because of how dominant he was, and especially with the safety cars, I can't see past Ujoni. I'm sorry.
No, that's absolutely fair enough. It's hard to argue with the man. He had a bit of fortune, but he also very much had the pace.
He was stupendous.
Yep, he definitely was. But I think that's going to be it for your Monday night entertainment. But we will see you all Wednesday, 7 o'clock for Tier 3, where I will be racing. I don't know if I'm excited. I don't know if I'm excited for it yet. Tier 4.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Tier 4 won't have to put up with me on comms this week, aren't they lucky? Because they all safe from my curse. But then I'll be back Friday, MRCX F2 cars around the night sky of Singapore. So don't forget to tune in or check in for the race. It's not live yet. It'll be live later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. But I will be looking forward to seeing you all there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding that bell. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you and good night.